Now let's find out what's happening in the world of sports with Ayotunde Balogun.
Yes, indeed, Melinda. Coventry Football Club has terminated the contract of former Super Eagles striker Yakubu Ayegbeni by mutual consent. The former Portsmouth and Everton forward joined the Sky Blues on a deal until the end of the season in February, having been released by Turkish side Kayserispor last summer. Ayegbeni played only 3 games for Coventry without scoring, but suffered a hamstring injury in a 3-1 defeat by Swindon Town on February the 25th. He wasn't involved in Sunday's EFL Trophy final victory at Wembley Stadium. In the Niger Women Football League, FC Robo recorded their first win of the season after securing a 1-0 victory over Bayelsa Queens at the legacy pitch of the National Stadium in Lagos. Former COD lady striker Gift Monday scored the only goal of the encounter. In the other games, Ibom Angels and Rivers Angels settled for a 1-1 draw. Abia Angels and Oshun Babes earned 2-0 wins over their opponents. Confluence Queens edged Nasarawa by a lone goal, while the game between Edo Queens and Delta Queens ended goalless. In England, Arsenal boosted their Champions League hopes with a deserved 3-0 victory over West Ham United at the Emirates. Hull City climbed out of the relegation zone after earning a crucial 4-2 victory against relegation rivals Middlesbrough. Late goals from Maya Yoshida and James Ward-Prowse earned Southampton victory over Crystal Palace. Tottenham produced a sensational late turnaround to beat Swansea and keep intact their aspirations of winning a first Premier League title. Chelsea defeated Manchester City 2-1 to remain on top of the table, while Liverpool sadly were held by Bournemouth to a 2-2 draw at Anfield. UEFA President Alexander Ceferin has vowed to fight any blackmail by Europe's most powerful over the Champions League. A deal between the European Professional Football Leagues EPFL and UEFA to avoid clashes between Champions League or Europa League matches and domestic league fixtures ended on March the 15th. This means the 25 EPFL championships can organize games at the same time as UEFA competitions. That's a wrap on sports news. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
South Africa's President Jacob Zuma has survived yet another attempt to force him out of office. This time, he has received the backing of a major decision-making body within the ruling ANC. The committee was looking at a complaint raised by some of the ANC top executives that Mr. Zuma failed to consult them when reshuffling his cabinet. After considering the matter, the ANC body decided not to press Mr. Zuma to step down. And at least 7 people have died in Somalia's capital of Mogadishu after a car bomb rammed into a cafe near compounds housing the security and sports ministries. A spokesman for Mogadishu's mayor told journalists that Somalia's Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab is responsible for the attack. The group is yet to respond to the accusation, but in the past it has taken responsibility for blasts and gun attacks in the capital and elsewhere in Somalia. The incident occurred after the new security minister took office and promised he will come up with a plan to tighten security. The Russian government said that the suspected chemical attack that killed and injured dozens of civilians in northern Syria came from rebel weapons on the ground. However, Britain's Foreign Secretary, a rebel commander and a weapons expert all say the evidence points to an attack by the Syrian government forces, but Damascus has strongly denied these reports. The issue is overshadowing a conference which is taking place in Brussels about Syria, and 7 donor nations are discussing aid efforts in the war-ravaged country. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today launched Nigeria's Economic Recovery and Growth Plan in Abuja. The president offered assurances that his administration is committed to leading the economy to a self-sustaining level. Also today, the Kaduna State government held its second investment summit with Governor Nasir El-Rufai highlighting his administration's plan to make the state a future investment destination. And South Africa's Jacob Zuma today survived another attempt to force him out of office after he received the backing of a major decision-making body in the ANC. And that's the news at 10 to 9. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm Melinda Akimani.